Hi, I'm Holly Whetstine. Organ donation is a simple act that saves lives. According to Donate Life America, 95% of people are for organ donation, but only 58% are registered. So what's keeping people away? There have been many achievements throughout the history of organ donation. The first successful organ donation was in 1954. This involved two twin brothers which one donated a kidney. Here we are 65 years later, and we're able to donate parts of organs to strangers. Organ donation should be an opt-out system instead of an opt-in system, and it'll be more beneficial for the United States. First, I'll begin by telling you some of the misconceptions of organ donation. Some think that if the hospital staff knows that you're an organ donor, they'll let you die. But according to Mayo Clinic, the hospital staff's #1 focus is saving your life. Some also think that you can't have an open casket funeral if you've donated an organ, tissue, or bone. But this is false. Everything is hidden and there's no sign of any donation. Many others think that you can't become an organ donor unless you are of legal age. But this is false as well. When you get your license, you can register. There's also no cutoff age, as the oldest organ donor was 93 years old, according to organdonor.gov. Some think that you can jump the line because you have money or you're famous. Because of these misconceptions, 22 people die a day waiting for an organ, according to Donate Life America. There are some medical conditions such as HIV and AIDS, having active cancer, or an infection that will keep you from being an organ donor. Now that I've told you about some of the myths, I'll tell you about how the organ donor system works. The organ donor list is managed by the United Network for Organ Sharing, also known as UNOS. UNOS is staffed 24/7 and they're always updating the list. As an organ gets added, it ranks the possible recipient by the time on the list and the size of the organ. Financial status, gender, and ethnicity are not on the criteria, according to the donor match system. The process after death is effortless. According to UNOS, after all life-saving efforts are performed, a trained practitioner comes to assess for donation. The doctor and practitioner talk to the family about donation. If the family says yes, the person is entered into the computer as well as the organs, and those are shipped off to those matches. The cost of the transplant goes to the recipient, not the donor. Now that I've told you about how the organ donor system works, I'll explain why organ donation being an opt-out system will be beneficial for the United States. As of August of 2017, 114,000 people waited for life-saving transplants. Each hour, 6 people are added to the ever-growing list. That's roughly 144 people in one day. Each year, at least 8,000 people die because an organ is not donated, according to Donate Life America. 2,000 kids under the age of 18 are waiting for organs. A total of 42,609 people donated in 2017, and 4 out of 5 of those are from a dead donor. Because of the small interest in donation, the donor rates are lower. Eric J. Johnson and Daniel Goldstein conducted a study that tested defaults and what it means for organ donation. They discovered that having to decide makes a difference. The author's article, Do Defaults Save Lives?, had proof that practicing an opt-in, like the USA, has lower rates of people who are donors. If the choice is given, some people want to do what's easier and not donate. This takes the decision-making out, making it less stressful. In Australia, the donors do an opt-out system. 90% of those people donate, compared to the United States 15% who are not already donors donate their organs at the time of death. Religious and cultures could be an issue, but this could add thousands more donors. Less people, and this could also mean less people dying waiting for news or keep waiting another day, week, or month. One person in a group can convince others that you can be an organ donor. People always need organs. They'll keep getting sick or diseases. Think of this person as your family member. Would you be grateful for the donors? So why can't you donate? Are there risks? Of course, any procedure has a risk, but does the risk outweigh saving a life? I don't think so. In conclusion, donation is the right thing to do, and it's extremely noble. Knowing that you can save 8 people is the main reason. I think if organ donation was an opt-out system, more people would donate and more lives would be saved. A kid would grow up to graduate high school, eventually graduate college, and have a family. Registering takes less than a minute. You can visit your state's organ donor website and register. Think about a mom with a 2-year-old son who needs a kidney, or a 35-year-old daughter sitting with her dad to see if he gets a new heart. Think about the families waiting.